Today, I'm going to talk about how you use affirmations to be able to retrain your brain out of those threatening and those fearful thoughts. First, let me say I'm not a medical doctor. It's not medical advice. It's based on my personal experiences for informational and educational purposes only. So affirmations, what are affirmations? Affirmations are simple statements that you make to yourself to make you feel comfortable in a moment where you're feeling emotionally threatened. For example, if you have, a dog that you see because you've been bit by dogs in the past, right? Then when you see the dog, say, "I'm safe, things will be okay, he's all the way over there, this is not the same dog, things will be okay." These are affirmations you say to yourself in moments where you feel threatened. If you're ill and you got symptoms, that flare up, okay, there was something that caused these symptoms, I'll figure it out, I'm on the path to healing, this is just a learning experience. These affirmations are absolutely critical when you have feelings of threat, feelings of danger in your environment related to your illness, related to past trauma, because if you don't have proper affirmations you put in place when you have these feelings of threat or concern, then you're going to feed into the story of threat or concern, and it will continue to make you feel worse and worse. And this is what I see with people, is that they have these ongoing threats that they're perceiving in their environment, whether it's threats from food, whether it's threats from something they're going to inhale, threats from a relationship, financial threats, threats related to their business. All these things are threatening to them. They're overwhelming to their immune system, to their brain. And when that happens, it puts their brain in a defensive state. So now whatever it counters can be threatening. It could be sounds. It could be wind. It could be touch. It could be foods. It could be anything, right? But to be able to get out of this situation, you have to be able to affirm to your brain that everything is safe in these different situations where you're being triggered. So let's say that you have a loud sound in a motorcycle. Hey, it's just a loud sound. It's triggering me because of past trauma. It doesn't mean that I'm not safe now. I'm safe right now. Everything is okay, right? Affirmations need to be able to come in place. Otherwise, what happens is that the thought will slide in and start replicating. Oh, you're not safe. Oh, that just affected me. Oh, I got a headache now. Oh, I'm going to have this headache for hours because of that motorcycle, whatever, right? But these thoughts start to replicate if you don't have an affirmation that slides into place and stops the negative thoughts from growing. So affirmations are absolutely critical, but the key point I want to make is you have to believe the affirmation. You can't just simply go ahead and make an affirmation that you have no belief in, because the emotion of the fearful thought or the threat will be stronger. The affirmation has to eventually become stronger than the emotion that you're trying to overcome or the fear you're trying to overcome. So for example, when I was sick, it was, hey, I'm sick. I don't want to be sick the rest of my life. What do I do? And it would go back to a statement of, I know I'm going to get better. I had a moment with God. God showed me how I'm going to get better, and I know I'm going to get better. And when I do get better, I'm going to help people that are sick. And this is all meant to be. This is all something that was meant to be. I'm going to be grateful for this. So you have to have a contradicting story, something that contradicts this negative emotion. You got to have an affirmation in place. You get the affirmation in place, you feed into the positive story, and guess what? Those thoughts start to go away. The more that you have these affirmations in place, the more that you believe them, the more you feed into the storyline that's positive, the less you will have a situation where you end up having these negative thoughts, intrusive thoughts coming in. Eventually, they'll just disappear. They become less and less and less. So having affirmations is absolutely critical. If you want to be able to overcome negative thoughts, anxiety, OCD, all these challenging thoughts during chronic illness, you have to be able to have positive affirmations you believe in fully, and you have to 100% buy into it. And then if you do, guess what happens? Those negative thoughts go poof, and they disappear, because God's protecting you. And when you sees and when your brain knows and trusts that your affirmation is real, then it stops even needing to think the opposite of it, because it knows that what you're saying is real. So what's the point of even thinking the other thing, right? The more you believe in your affirmation, the less you'll deal with these threatening thoughts. So go to my website, endsickness.org. I have hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos on there, and thanks for watching, everybody.